I have 24 hours to see how fast I can learn to speedrun Minecraft from never having done it before. First, I'll need to learn how to start the run in the overworld, build a nether portal, find and learn how to route all 4 bastion types, find a fortress to kill blazes, locate the stronghold, and finally, kill the dragon. So I've got a few options for how to start it. The main goal is to just get some iron and food to enter the nether. The easiest way to get these reliably are to use a buried treasure, a shipwreck, a ruined portal, a desert temple, or a village. Now because I can reset as many times as I want today and choose my spawn, I only really need to learn one of these right now, and I think I'm going to choose a village, because even though it's probably not the fastest, it seems like it's the most reliable, easiest to reset for, and gives me the most food, which I'll need. Right, so the first thing I need is some stone tools. Oops, that was good. Okay, so now I just need an iron pickaxe, a bucket, and some food, which shouldn't be too bad. Then I think I can trade with a fisherman for a bucket. Wheat for emeralds, and then emeralds for a bucket. Okay, that wasn't too bad to be honest. Now I just need to learn how to do the portal. I've spent about an hour practicing overworlds and building portals, and I think that section seems completely fine. So now I just need to learn how to find and route bastions. There are 4 types: bridge, housing, treasure, and stables. I'm going to need to learn how to identify and route every single one to make it as reliable as possible. So apparently this E number over here shows me how many entities are loaded. So that jump means a lot of entities just loaded in, which is probably a bastion. And this number should show me how many are on my screen. So if I make my field of view really small, I'll be able to pinpoint exactly where the bastion is, based on where I can see lots of entities. So it looks like there's lots here. Okay, nice. It took me a very long time to finish all of the bastions. I had to learn each route, then each variation of them, and memorize them, and finally get used to actually doing them consistently without dying. This probably took the most time out of anything. By the time I'd had some food and got back, I only had around half of my entire time left. But they were fun. I enjoyed them once I'd actually got used to doing them. It's really satisfying to have everything come together, get loads of piglins to fall into the same hole. Okay, I've just learned how to find the fortress. So if I go to tick, level, entities, block entities on this pie chart, it will show me every block entity, including blaze spawners, which are nearby. So right now there are none, but if I increase my render distance to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, there we go, one loads in. Now I'll go back down and up to 17, so we know that it's one chunk away in some direction. We can go over one chunk this way to check if it's in this direction. Nope. Then we can check this direction. Also no. We can check this direction. Okay, there it loads in. So that means we know that it's 17 chunks in this direction, which we can check. Now all that's left is the dragon, but first I'll need to find where the end portal is, and I can use a tool called Ninja Brain Bot for that, which calculates where the stronghold is from the angles at which you throw the eyes. Okay, honestly it's harder than I thought to measure accurately. I keep getting it slightly wrong or just not in time. The last thing I needed to learn how to do was one cycle the dragon with beds. This was probably the hardest thing for me personally to get down. It took me a long time to get comfortable with the timing and the positioning, and even then I couldn't do it 100% consistently. I have a lot less time than I'd want, considering I've never actually done a single run before, but here we go. Okay, I'm leaving the village before 3 minutes, that's not bad. What? Where did my water go? Well, that's great. Go away, please go away. Nope. Okay, no. Oh look, I'm X-raying. Are you joking? No! Oh my god, are you joking? Ugh. my god, I think I've killed like 20 blazes, this is insane. And now I have to use my pickaxe, great. Well, unfortunately that took me like 3 or 4 tries, I kept measuring it wrong, but that's okay. At this point I just want to get one run completed under the belt. I really don't want to risk going through the portal again with no fire resistance and being killed by blazes, so I think I'm just going to run to it in the overworld.